Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a map where the terrain is the star. I'll tell you, the creator has chosen an absolutely cracking height map and it works so well. As creator, we have done 6 times in the past, but this for me is their best work to date and I love it. Make no apologies, we're just going to be following highways and enjoying the environment. On top of that, I've got a tiny little mini tutorial in the second half of today's show, plus a slightly different intermission to look forward to as well. So lots of things going on, and for that I feel that maybe I should be rewarded with a little click of the like button, because you know I'm worth it. I'm your L'Oreal guy. Today's map is Canyon Cliffs by Windows 95. Thumbnail, of course, taken at night. This is the loading screen thumbnail, the one that shows up when you're actually trying to load your map up. There's your start square. There is a little highway connection just down the bottom left hand corner there, so there you have to build your own. Your terrain heights, of course, I've already said, are amazing. Lots of flat-ish land, but it's also very challenging at the same time as well. Your resources look like this, and again, definitely enough to be playing with there, so no complaints from me. And if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it's mostly salmon in those rivers, plus a little bit down at the bottom. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? The answer is no DLC today. The ash tree and leafy tree set are required. Network extensions too. We'll be using the South Fork LUT, and it says there the SCT industrial theme, Stray Cats Territory Industrial. Now, if you know that theme, you'll know it looks nothing like this. And this is the Moraine Farmlands theme by the late great Icania. Now, the Moraine Farmlands theme is a really great LUT, but it looks nothing like the Stray Cats Territory Industrial, which is a far more deserty type type theme. Now, I'm not entirely sure exactly what Windows 95 would like us to use for this map, but this is the one that auto-loaded. Now, I already was subscribed to the Moraine Farmlands, one of the 140 plus themes I already have on my system, and there'll be more to be added as we go along throughout all the throughout all the reviews. I don't delete them; they just keep adding in and adding in and adding in. So yes, I've decided to go with this one because it auto-loaded, but we will take a quick glance at the SCT Industrial theme and how it works with the map in the second half of the show. I've gone with this one because, well, 1, it auto-loaded, but 2, I think the map looks better with this theme. Certainly the cliff texturing with the Moraine Farmlands is far more interesting than the cliff texturing on the SCT, because, I mean, to be fair, the Stray Cats Territory theme was built for another reason. We've got a little bit of highway stress going on here with misalignments of the highways. You'll see a few of those. It's not hideous on this map, but there are a few patchy bits as we go around. Also, because we're building on the cliff edge here, if we pull back far enough, you probably see a little bit of blue mantle. Again, if you're doing screenshots from a great height, there might be some slight glitchery with today's map. So anyway, yeah, a creator we have done 6 times in the past, Windows 95, previously Deus Ex Machina. Those reviews were, for those that want to know and want to go back and check them, 537, 605, 726, 744, 858 and 1011, where they scored a 10, a 9, an 11, a 9, a 7 and a 9. So, ooh, there's a pattern there. So we've had 10, 11, 7. So today's one will be an 8 or a 12, because they're 2 numbers we haven't done. Maybe. I'm not telling you. We'll get to the end. But this is definitely my favourite of their maps so far. Intersection here, roughly off towards the edge-ish of the map at the moment. And that's going to take traffic back across, and a perfect location for a bridge crossing over here. A little bit more glitching going on between the highways here. Again, it's minor stuff, minor overlapping stuff. And again, it's just down to getting the terrain heights leveled, and that would just disappear. Anyway, yes, I had a look all the way along the canyon for a better crossing place than this. Again, more height alignment issues there. And I couldn't find a better crossing place than this. This crossing place here is pretty much absolutely perfect. I cannot fault it at all, and all credit to Windows 95 for this. I really like that location, and I really like the way that the highway, the intersection, bends off and leads you off towards it. I'm not going to show you every bit of height alignment with the highways. I'm just here and there. I'm going to show you where it's very obvious. There are one or two patches otherwise in other places that, well, will be overlooked by us today. So anyway, yes. So it's just a really nice, natural feeling map, and challenging as well, because while there is flat land, it's not super flat. Mostly the flat land is just natural flat terrain, so there is undulation built within it. Might be on a gentle slope or something like that. All told though, I would very happily love to build on this one. Look at this, just look at this, the way that this just follows this plateau out and down, the way that it loops around the end. This is great road laying, and I'm loving it. I'm making no apologies for this. I could follow this journey. If this map went on for an hour, I could follow this on for an hour. I'd probably run out of things to talk about and start doing factoids just to fill the gap. As we approach this next intersection though, we've got another couple of sectors where the roads are just slightly out of height alignment with each other. There's one there, and you can see here just an overlap there as well. Again, good bridge going on here. Now the intersection is okay, we're right at the edge of the map, so it probably doesn't matter too much, although some time's been spent on the intersection, so perhaps it matters a little bit. But I have a minor grump. In fact, I guess the biggest technical issue with the entire map is wrong here in terms of errors, and that is we've got a long old stretch there between pillars. We're missing at least, what, 2 pillars, one there and one there. So it's not a big job to move the nodes about to get everything evenly balanced, but I do feel that we could at least do with one extra pillar in there, and preferably both of them. But there you go. It's not going to affect anybody's game, and it would be deep in the fog if we had the fog switched on. But as time has been spent on the intersection, I feel that maybe at the same time we should have the pillars. Anyway, heading down now in towards the middle of the map from the edge of the map and what will be the start square. So we're getting in towards the guts of the map now. So I've made no excuse. We've gone across the map. We've just meandered across. We've gone right to the edge of the map, and now we're coming back in. Oh, look at that river on the right. Moraine Farmland's theme. Oh, great work. Anyway, yes, so highways. Now, oh yeah, we will be doing a mini tutorial on the second half of today's show with regards to the rail, because we do have rail. Oh, a little bit of a glitch going in the hole there. That doesn't feel like natural terrain to me. So yes, in terms of the rail, we do have rail on this map, and it undulates a little bit, but it undulates in a way that is believable within the context of a Cities Skylines game. The thing is, there are going to be realists out there that would want more accuracy. So we'll be doing a very quick glance at what sort of gradients would be accurate, and I guess what sort of gradient you can get away with in terms of a Cities Skylines game. You know, the eyeball check, for want of a better phrase. Right, okay, I think we are now into the start square, given there is an intersection here that seems to be going to a dead end, so we'll have a little look at that. And then we'll find an asset, because usually in the start square, there's an asset. I've got 3 of them today. Big spoiler alert there. Look at them. Lined up. Oh, my timing's badly out today. Lined up like 3 little piggies. There you go. The BR Tenement number 2 by Hades 550. Or could it be Hadesso, possibly? I'm guessing it's Hades 550. Oh, Hades 550. Hades. Lord of the Underworld. Or Pluto, I guess. Oh, we did Pluto on Saturday, didn't we? Sorry, I digress. Getting sidetracked here. The BR is Brazilian. These are Brazilian tenement blocks by a creator we've not had on the show before, so good to have both, really. Factoids, because factoids. The fourth railway bridge. Oh, here's one for the bridge builders. The fourth railway bridge in Scotland is a metre longer in the summer than it is in the winter. And how they do that is they get one side of the riverbank and they move the whole riverbank back a metre in the summer. Can you believe that? The whole riverbank. You believe that, you believe anything. The BR Tenement number 2 by Hades 550, today's assets of the day. Got my timing a bit better there. Much better. Must be getting good at my job. Oh, that'll be the day. Anyway, okay, elevated section over some undulating land here. This is just slick. This is just slick. I noticed there are very few trees underneath there. Just a few smaller ones, just dotted, because sunlight and all of that. Right, heading off now towards the edge of the map. See, I took the long route. And I don't care. I loved every second of that journey. Even if I don't know how it works in video, whether you were able to enjoy it as much as I was, but for me, as a fly through, it was just lovely. It'd be nice if all the highways had been perfectly aligned, but I guess you can't have everything. Right, okay, the rail. We have got, you can see here, a fairly steep slope coming in from the edge of the map. But it is edge of the map, so it probably doesn't matter that much at this spot. And it will be quite steep at the edge of the map on the opposite side. But from this point in, gentle undulational changes. It's not so bad. There's whole areas where it's perfectly flat, like this. And then just a gentle slope coming down. And notice we are on hilly terrain. If we turn those lines off, it looks pretty flat. And this is what I mean about eyeball checking. Is this realistic? Well, in terms of realism, we've had many a discussion in the comments and on this channel about what the maximum gradients you could realistically get away. And here in the UK, up to about 2%, maybe 2.5%, maybe. But beyond that, now this is, you can see this is clearly going downhill. Yeah, and there will be areas of the world where, I mean, ignoring custom rail that goes up the side of a mountain that's dragged by a cable, that sort of stuff, ignoring those, there are exceptions. There are always exceptions. Like if you've got a freight train that pulls into a station, pulls into like a quarry, coming out of the quarry when it's fully laden, that could be going downhill, and it could be going uphill into the quarry slightly because it would be empty going in but full coming out. Well, there are exceptions to every single rule. But we'll take a little look at gradients in the second half of the show. A quick look. We're not going to spend any hours on it. A quick look, talking about, or having a little look at gradients, and just talking about what sort of gradient would be realistic as a maximum based on the 2%-ish number. Anyway, I did mention that we're going to have a slightly different intermission today. And there's a creator out there called Random5, who I'm sure you're aware of, who has made a couple of videos featuring me out of context. And trust me, if you're a fan of the show, I will link these in, click the link, follow across. You'll be fully entertained by both of these. Here's 30 seconds of the first one. BonBonB biddy biddy 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 BonBonB biddy biddy. What do we do to very, very naughty people? Well, we slap them with the... Yes, being slapped by the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, you naughty, naughty people. Today's map is Bob's Crack and Josephine's Expanse, featuring Murray's Knob by Wellington 6012. You've been waiting for me to say that out loud, haven't you? I know you have been. Both called Blue Ridge because of the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. And I'm not going to sing. I'm holding it. I managed to get through it. Well done. This is not Blue Mantle. This is the gates to hell. We do also have a lot of milk pools, like this little lake. Oh, when I say 30 seconds, I meant 60 seconds. Back to Canyon Cliffs by Windows 95, and the shipping routes, we have a one that loops around here and will follow its way up the canyon. No, would this be a river? I guess it's up the river. We'll go with up the river, and this is the good shipping route. There is a second shipping route which is also good, apart from we do have one of these really low bridges that the vanilla ships will crush straight through, and I think pretty much any AVO boat is going to have some problems with those as well. So you might want to look to raise up that bridge just a little bit. A water flow, we have a working river system as you would expect on a map like this. I feel though that this is also a map which would definitely be one for the custom builders. So if you're going to be using custom, and of course water towers, So yeah, all of those reasons, but also it's a map that might suit to have a dam. Oh, there's going to be damming areas. Look at these areas. Where would you put a dam on this map? Oh, all over it. Flood the entire map. Be amazing. Anyway, yes, as I said, the terrain looks stunning, and with the moraine farmlands, we will have a look in a few moments at the SCT industrial theme as promised. But yes, we could dam off one of these, some of these, just trying to think where we probably, maybe at the top here, actually where that bridge crossing is around there would be an ideal candidate. Just, yeah, dam it off, get a bit of power going, and also somewhere to draw your fresh water from. And just all of this area over here, I mean, I'm just loving the entire map. It is such a great, oh, what the hell is this? Oh, it's the park life, the park ride cave. I don't like it. I just don't like that cave. It's an asset. Well, you won't lose points. If you find a good use for it, then you might get extra points, but never mind. Anyway, as I said about the rail, here's gradients. This looks like flat-ish land, doesn't it? And it is flat-ish land, but and within eye tolerance, you could probably get away with putting a rail up here. But if we put the lines, oh, hang on, let me just show you how many nodes we've got going on here. 1, 2, 3. We've got 4, and you can see how the catenary portals on the rail line up with those 4 there. Now, each one of those 4 is 10 cells long, so each one of these segments is 80 meters long. 80 meters, 2% of 80 meters is 2.5 meters. So we're talking about an increase of a maximum of 2.5 meters between each one on a 2% gradient. Well, if we put the lines of terrain on, you can see we've got an incline of 4.5. So it's almost twice as steep as realism would allow. But eyeball checking, you're probably going to get away with this one. So if you're going for realism, in between your nodes, on your standard nodes like these, you're looking for, just 2 of those lines only. Maybe 3 at a push for the 2.5, you know. But, yeah, 3 on one, 2 on the next, or 2 on all of them. And that would be realism for you. Anyway, that's that. There you go. That's going to help some of the rail builders out a little bit. But again, on this map, I don't think it matters that much. But it just seemed like the perfect map to show on all of that. Anyway, we were talking about using the different theme. I think we'll switch over in a moment to the Stray Cats Territory industrial theme, because I have Theme Mixer and Theme Mixer 2 installed at the moment. So let's switch over from the Moraine Farmlands to the SCT industrial, and this is what the workshop would like you to use. Now, again, it does look good, but I just feel that the cliff texture is lost. It is a good theme. It is a good theme. But on this map, I'm not really buying into it. And I think the Moraine Farmlands is definitely the one to go for. But, of course, if you aren't subscribed to it, it won't load in. And you won't get the glorious Technicolor view that we've been looking at like this. Anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, or a free Patreon account login. Okay, what do I think of this map? Well, aesthetically, I love it. I think it's a really well chosen height map. I think it looks amazing. The thing is, as just shown, if you're not subscribed to the Moraine Farmlands theme and you just follow all of the instructions and use the prescribed theme, it doesn't look so good. I still think it looks good, but I don't think it looks great. So what I'm going to do is going to have to rate it on how it would appear, which is medium high 3 stars. But if it looked like this, Moraine Farmlands on the workshop, it would easily be 4. Detailing, quite a few little road alignment issues. And for me, I can't quite give it 4 stars because there are so many of them. So I'm going to go again, a medium high-ish 3 stars. 4 stars. 3 stars. And gameplay potential, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Just a little bit of fixing going on here and there, and I would play this very happily all day. Really good choice of map. Really love it. Canyon Cliffs can get 4 stars. Very strong 4 stars. And also, why not? The BonBonB seal of approval. Because why not? I like it. I was really impressed. And yeah, definitely my favourite Windows 95, aka Deus Ex Machina's best map that we've reviewed so far. Even if it's not necessarily, technically speaking, the highest rated one in terms of stars. A map is not all about the total number of stars, is it? Anyway, today's completely randomly chosen word is on the screen now. If you enter that into the comments, score yourself 100 population points just for fun. And I'll see you tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Thanks for watching.